Hey, www.patreon.com/The Modern Apes Pod. No, wait. Is it a back? It's a forward. I don't know. Kick push. Modern Apes over there on Patreon. What you get is you get 4 bonus episodes per week for only literally $4 a month. And if you want to dive in, you want to get deeper into the podcast where we pull it back, all the onion layers. Tristan, tell them what they win.
We spread you a gape and we give you your internal affairs. No, that's what we do. We peel back the onion that is ourselves. We gape right for you, rating for you, and we let you know what's going on. Only for $10. I've said bad things. He's cried. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a pretty good one here.
Join the internal affairs
in like a month.
You won't be sorry.
Like a month or two, legally.
Join the internal affairs. I might need to cover lawyer fees. You try and come at me all this time for being this big football oaf, whatever, and then I go ahead, jet set. You go, the Magic Kingdom. I go, wrong answer.
No, not my food. Where's my dad? I'm screaming in my pillow.
I have no clue what color is. They said I should be scared of it.
Not a vacation, kind of a staycation, but I went and saw Charlie XCX last night.
There's only one person that could go convince you to see Charlie XCX.
You're right, Andrew.
What?
I'm kidding.
And
she doesn't care.
She doesn't give two fucks. She's on Molly having a great time.
She doesn't care.
That's our Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We can't have a island. You guys get to have all the fun at the island. Hey, welcome back to another very jovial episode of the Modern Apes. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad. We're live from the Wit Studios. And to my right, as always, the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, Tristan Bowling.
We're jovial. Look at that.
All right, that got me. I was trying my hardest to be fucking pissy, and he's to go. All right.
Yeah.
No, we're fine. We're having a good time. Join the internal affairs. You all know it's getting me a little uppity, but right now, this episode, we're talking vacations. It's summer around the time this releases.
I don't know. I feel like your personal life has been real 2 thumbs up. Can you do that, Daniel? 2 thumbs.
No, one of them got bit by a person, but there.
2 thumbs up. Look at my 2 clean thumbs.
I give it 1.5 thumbs. Anyway, there's a bunch of people in the park. People are vacationing.
There's a bunch of bacteria in the mouth.
Do you guys know if cholera spreads through fucking open wounds? I have no clue what cholera is. But they said I should be scared of it. Anyway, there's a bunch of people out in the park. People are vacationing. Taylor got friends all over the country.
I know. What's prompted this is I went to go, not a vacation, kind of a staycation, but I went and saw Charlie XCX last night.
No. You made it a point to go to Charlie XCX and let niggas know you weren't watching Charlie XCX, and you're so.
I thought it was silly. I thought it was silly.
Who did you go see? There's only one person that could go convince you to see Charlie XCX.
You're right, Andrew.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
If me and Andrew, we would have so much fun.
You wouldn't have pretended to not like it if it was you and Andrew. You would have been face painted up. And
no, I mean, it was a good time. It's just not really my music type that I listen to.
This man made it a point to get someone to film him playing Subway Surfers at a Charlie XCX. We get it. You're too cool for her.
15 seconds. I was literally, before and after I was dancing, I'm like, oh, this is funny. Take a video of her, and then I'm going to be playing Subway Surfers. And then I was like doing it, and then she's like, got it. I'm like, okay. Oh, Charlie.
You're a special breed. You go to a stadium show, and you're like, babe. I know. Film me for 3 seconds. You're such an attention whore.
The thing is, she told me when we walked in, she's like, I don't want any photos of me at this. I just want photos of you.
She's embarrassed like Charlie XCX?
No, she just thinks it's funny I'm there.
Just existing.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know. It's kind of whimsical. You're standing on this hollowed ground.
Yeah, it's like if you put like an otter in the middle of a bunch of puppies. You're just being like, he doesn't know what to do.
He's all slippery and
stuff. He doesn't know that guy.
There's no clams.
Yeah. No, but within probably 45 seconds of me being there, I got screamed at by a mother.
Why?
Because I took
she doesn't care. She loves it.
Yeah. No, that song is so irresponsible.
Come on. What?
I crashed my car into a bridge. I don't care. I let it burn. Who's paying for that car, Charlie?
Obviously, her parents.
She doesn't care.
She doesn't give 2 fucks. She's on Molly having a great time.
She doesn't care. Her dad was a broadcasting producer in the UK helping her get her fucking shit on the charts.
Oh, don't ruin it like that.
And to return the favor, she crashed her car into a bridge.
Yeah, she did you the service of not saying it was an X5. No. You can assume it was a Civic. It wasn't.
Ian, if you want to pull up my Instagram real quick, because I'll show you.
Dude, the attention whoring doesn't stop. This is so meta. We're going to pull up a video of Tristan dancing. dancing.
No, it's not me dancing. It's the first one.
Hey, Ian, next time, can we just have Tristan's Instagram starred? Thank you, so we can get to
the fact that it isn't, I will be docking your pay. Just look at my story. Not that one. I am going to be doing the bitch May 7th at the Stand Comedy Club. So that photo right there.
That's a mom?
No, there's a child in the way. And I didn't really, so Haley was like, go take a photo next to that big brat sign. And I'm like, okay, people were taking photos there. And I just walk up, take a photo. And the mom is like, hey, we waited in line for 30 fucking minutes to take this photo. And I look and there's a huge line of people, but it's not sanctioned.
Do you know
it's not a sanctioned line.
Do you know what this looks like? You posted this on your story. This looks like you're a pedo and they blurred the kid out to protect the innocent. And they're like, this is the man.
That's why I blurred the photo to protect the innocent.
They go, this
and
is
plus
the
that kid is looking double down the barrels directly at my camera.
No, because of this,
it's jarring.
No, because as a man with a little bit of court experience now, if they were on this and this is on the main stage and they click to your next story, it doesn't look great because they're like, ma'am, is this the man? And then it cuts to you just fucking
doing a little boogie.
You're like, yeah, this is for sure the guy. You mean the lone man at a Charlie XCX concert?
I wasn't alone. My girlfriend was there.
There's no context to this. This could have been from the girl's mom.
Do you think that was a security guard taping me?
You kept getting closer and closer. Damn, It looks packed.
I know, dude. It was sold out.
Is there like a Taylor Swift audience where it's like mostly moms?
People are wearing like a lot of neon. Well, it's not a lot of moms. Like,
is it Taylor moms, gays, and kids?
No, it's mostly women and gays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the Sims 2 account in that whole room would be fucking crazy.
The Sims 2 account. A bunch of people who got the
Sims
Pets
games
DLC.
are only played by women and gays. I promise you.
This is gonna be a bad time to break it.
And if you're a real man, you play you play the Roller Coaster Tycoon, or you either play the one where you build the cities.
No, Sims 3 is goated. I used to play the shit out of Sims 3.
Like I said, gays and women.
As a boy who was locked away in the highest tower in the highest room or whatnot, that's how I got out.
You let down a single dreadlock and they got yanked off your head.
Join the Patreon. Again, that's www.patreon.com/themodernapes for all your juicy insights. Anyway, we're talking vacation. When was the last time you went on vacation?
I
was going to ask you what's your waist size. What?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went on vacation?
32 and growing.
Bullshit.
32.
And the growing part.
No.
Maybe the growing part's
I'm growing into a big, strong man. That's what I'm growing into.
You're going to start going above the belly button here pretty soon.
What do you mean?
Tuck that foop away.
No, not my foop. I let my foop out loud and
proud. Weird nipples on it and shit, like a dog who's been bred.
Baby, like a freshly puppied mama dog. Got it. Nailed it. Edit that so it's smooth.
Yeah, we're back. That's so it's smooth. I think the last vacation I went on that wasn't any sort of we're there doing comedy at all was my wedding. That counts.
It's not a vacation.
That's a business trip.
Yeah.
That's a business trip.
No, that's your girlfriend's vacation.
Well, then maybe does the proposal count? Because we went to San Diego too. We like San Diego.
I don't think you've ever been on vacation.
No, it's always usually for football or comedy. I'm not a big vacation man. I'm a nose to the grindstone type guy. That's how I stay so hard.
Yeah, no. That's
I don't know.
I think events transpired. If you took one or two vacations, the events that transpired this past week may have gone a little bit more beaches style.
I never knew my father.
Yeah. I would think maybe if you had a little bit more time with the feet in the sand, like if you wore more thong flip-flops. Oh God, I'm squirting.
I got my ass in the water.
No.
Fists through the drought.
Yeah. Where's my dad? I'm screaming in my pillow. Meanwhile, Tristan's in Toontown, having fun in Disneyland.
His dad has a Toontown account, and I can't tell him. That makes me a little jealous.
Yeah.
Just doing fun activities with father. I think the last vacation I took then, in all honesty, was to Hawaii when I was 17.
Yeah?
That doesn't count either. I used to go to Hawaii every summer and I've never taken a vacation.
Manual labor there?
No, I'd go train with a quarterback coach out there.
Yeah, that's not vacation.
That was fucking work.
I mean staying at a hotel for the explicit reason of staying at that hotel. Or having something to do along or an event, a fun event.
You know what? Me and Taylor went to go see a Penn State game and we slept in an inflatable mattress in the back of a CRV in a Walmart parking lot.
I guess it has the bones of a vacation.
It has like technically the sentence structure of what you just said makes sense. I don't see anything worth being.
Yeah,
people leave that situation and go somewhere else.
Yeah, so it's working on it.
Yeah, it wasn't a vacation. Yeah, the last thing was maybe Hawaii. I don't take vacations. When the fuck are you going on vacation?
I don't, but
Why'd you pick vacation?
because
You went to a Charlie X.
I like
You
to
let your hair down.
I like to speak. I like to speak vacation into existence. I hope I click my heels together and say Disneyland 3 times and I'm there.
Okay, let's say you have a full week off of everything and unlimited funds. Where are you going?
Oh, Disney World. Duh.
Really?
I'm going to Orlando and I'm doing the 3-peat, pal.
That's your unlimited. Are you being serious?
Dude,
You're not
yeah.
going to like fucking Turks and Caicos or like,
Do I get to choose?
who the
It's Disney
fuck
World.
Dude, he got me. I thought it was gonna be like he goes Disney World. Final answer: Epcot. If you have to press me for something,
Dude, yeah, I'm going to Epcot. I'm getting hammered around the world. And then I'm going to, so it's spending 3 days minimum in Disney. And then going to hop on over, take that couple-mile hike over to Universal Studios. Going to go hit that Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Going to go see that new Jurassic Park roller coaster that looks really cool.
don't ever try and talk to me about being cultured again. I just gave you a round trip ticket to anywhere you want, all expenses included, and you go, I want to see what that nigga Donald's up to. I haven't talked to him in a while. Go see
Yeah.
my bro Goofy.
We're tight,
You're
bro.
So
We're
you
tight.
You try and come at me all this time for being this fucking big football oaf, whatever, and then I go ahead, jet set. You go, the Magic Kingdom. I go, wrong answer. Completely wrong answer.
Yeah, first off, I don't have to jet set that far. What, I'm going to go to Dubai
Yes.
and do what?
I gave you unlimited funds. Fly in one of those.
I don't have the connections.
Fly in one of those terrorist planes with the beds and the bar in the middle.
I'm gonna go to fucking Dubai and knock on every dude, just being like, "Are you the prince?"
How do you just walking figuring out if it's chic or
Where
chic
can I
for 2
shoot
weeks?
a cow with a bazooka? That's why I came here.
That's unlimited. You're not going to go to a beach?
But I don't
guess
have
got-
the connections to make that happen.
What the fuck are you trying to do? Get into the slave trade? You don't need connections to go to Saudi
I'm trying
Arabia.
to make this vacation last past the vacation.
I'm trying
to.
Are you trying to get into big oil? No, you just go to a nice place in Italy.
No.
Look at a couple of girls with fucking armpit
You know what,
hair.
dude? I've actually been to Italy, and I've also been to Germany, and I've also been to Japan, and they're all at one place. It's called the Epcot Center.
And conveniently, you can see them with no
conveniently,
flights.
You don't need a goofy plug to plug your phone in.
You just
can-
need $17 per 12-ounce drink, and buddy, you got yourself a good time.
Dude, the pub in England is so good. Go get a Doctor Who shirt. Who gives a fuck? Get one of those.
That's Disney?
Keep calm, carry on shirts. No, but it's British affiliate, so they put Doctor Who shit in there sometimes.
You can just do that?
I don't know. Disney did it.
Ask me where I'm going.
No.
California Adventure. I just go the other way?
Yeah, actually, Six Flags, Great America.
No, those things scare the hell out of me. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm taking myself to like, because I won't go anywhere far unless it's like paid for.
This is also a you vacation. Not bringing anyone else. This is just big old Daniel.
Well, then I'm glad you. Well, actually, the place that I have today for my topic kind of promotes couples. They look down upon freaky weirdos.
No, what?
Trying to go to.
Yeah.
Since I brought it, in all honesty, I'd probably just go to I'd go to Italy somewhere real boring and just sit and eat meats and cheese for 7 days. But I will tell you a place that's not boring at all. Is
it on? I remember we talked about Taylor, your wife, having a sexual bucket list. Is hedonism on that bucket list?
No, it was just very specifically this one masseuse she showed me on Instagram, and I took it pretty personal.
Yeah.
It was just that guy. No, I'm talking. My topic is hedonism 2. Have you ever heard of
Electric
hedonism?
Boogaloo. Yeah.
Dawn of the Jew. No,
Yeah.
it's hedonism. So I didn't know exactly what hedonism was. The only reason I knew about it was you ever watch Workaholics? They have a whole hedonism episode where they're like late to the plane to get to hedonism, and so I looked it up. The hedonism, the definition means the pursuit of pleasure, sensual self-indulgence, which kind of goes against everything I stand for.
To some, that's a buffet.
to every nigga there, that is a buffet.
But it's a pussy buffet, you see.
So how do you think you would categorize hedonism 2? First of all, let me read you a little bit of this.
Well, how did it start?
Yeah, no hedonism 1. They just
Oh,
went
really?
right to the Krusty Krab 2. Just opened up the immediate one. Hedonism 2 opened in 1976 as Negril Beach Village. It's in Jamaica. It's on the north tip of Jamaica, which is why they can say Negril. And was renamed in 1981. It was built by the government of Jamaica and cost $10 million.
We gotta get some white people fucking over here.
Snow bunnies, man.
Yeah.
No, just a bunch of saggy 45-year-olds. I'll read you the demographic towards the end.
This is backfired.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh, so many rows.
Turns out hot people just fuck where they are. They don't need to go to Jamaica to fuck.
So it's a 22-acre property at the northern end of the Negril Beach and has 280 rooms and a 2-story building. It eventually got bought out by John Issa and his family for $12 million. Now this is important because John
Was his family excited about it?
No, but you kind of got.
Or was John like, come on,
come on, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You like fake C
You
cups.
point a UV light at this shit, you can see it from space.
It's only 280 rooms. It's going to be controlled. Immediately loses control of
Yeah.
280 rooms. Where did I just go? Oh, I got to go forward. Oh, here we go. Okay, so hedonism, they had a 3. They went from 2. They tried to do a 3. Hedonism 3 opened in 1999 in Runway Bay and was built on 10 acres, so much smaller.
Where's Runway Bay? Is that still in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that for sure?
No, I don't. Can we look up where Runway Bay is? Because
Yeah.
part of me's kind of thinking, it's like, how can there be so much hedonism that you need to... How much hedonism can Jamaica contain? Because there has to be other resorts
It's
as well.
spilling out.
Yeah, Runway Bay.
Is a town in Jamaica. Okay, so they're just trying to
they're
cover
just
Jamaica with fuck clubs.
They're trying to
And
just...
Jamaica's cool with this?
Yeah, it's like, you mean... Well, here's the thing. Jamaica is conservative as fuck.
Yeah, they're not gay fuck clubs. They're fuck clubs.
False.
Yeah.
So the kind of vibe of this thing is like... It's real like swingery 80s. Think like Coke energy. Like,
Yeah.
why we got to put labels on things?
Yeah, let me smell your hair.
Yeah, I'm not gay. I like skin. We're all warm sacks with spirits in them.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe. So in August 2010, the company closed Hedonism 3 temporarily to allow for remodeling work. It reopened in October 14th, 2014 as Super Fun Beach Resort and Spa.
Super fun?
Super Fun Beach Resort. They wanted to get away from the...
When did this open?
2010.
2010 it opened under Super Fun Beach Resort and Spa?
When did Weinstein go down?
No, like 2020?
No.
Yeah, Weinstein went down in like 2020 during the Me Too shit.
I thought Me Too was like 2010.
You're out of your fucking... What were you, fucking living?
When did that is an ugly man. That is a hideous man.
Say that to Pulp Fiction.
Was it 20? When did he go down? Yeah, you're right. Was arrested and charged of rape in New York City, 2020.
2017 following allegations. So
Okay, sorry. I thought it went to the top. I thought hedonism fucking pulled their shit back because Weinstein went down.
No.
Yeah, we don't know.
No.
Okay.
Fucking Epstein was still doing his thing during the 2010s.
Yeah, you're right. If there's gonna be a fuck island that stays open, they're closing the black one first. That's really what happened. But
Yeah, would you rather go to like... I mean, I feel like as fuck islands go, that's like kind of like C tier.
that's our Black Wall Street. That's our Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We can't have a fuck island. You guys get to have all the fun at the fuck island.
No.
We try and open up one fuck island. Well, actually, 2 things on one fuck island. But
Yeah,
either
2
way.
locations on one fuck island. Yeah.
They just got mad that we tried to skip steps. If they'd have opened a hedonism the first, maybe we'd still be in operation. They're
He
like,
was a good man.
my father was hedonism.
Hedonism the first?
I go by Hendo. Well, they start referring to it as Hedo, which I think is fun.
Hedo?
That's what the locals call it. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's like a 55.
I'm keto till Hedo.
Yeah. Gotta get ready to go.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's someone's real life. They're like, we're going to Hedo. It's going to be in June. I got 8 months. I need to look svelte.
That sounds like a side character in Star Wars.
Hedo?
Yeah.
He makes clicks.
No, he's like, Hedo, get the core reactor right. And he just cuts to a guy with like big eyes. And like, he's got like 2 little screwdrivers.
Whimsically fucking up the blue butt. Fucking Hedo.
Hedo. And he's like, and he's like, you know what I'm saying.
It's hilarious. That is pretty fun. All right, so let's get to the controversies. There's 2 sections. There's the prude side and there's the nude side. These guys are good with words.
A prude and nude?
The prude side's basically just like an island.
Just like, I'd love to see like the DMV line, no, DMZ line, demilitarized
where it's a naked guy and a non-naked guy
Yeah.
standing across from
Just holding-
huge dildos.
Just holding
6
mop
foot.
buckets.
Ew, that's disgusting. So I looked it up and I went to hedonism2.com. Wondering what to expect when you arrive at Hedonism 2. I think it's funny they have to keep saying 2. They put 2 in everything.
Yeah.
What to expect when you arrive at Hedonism 2. Expect a personal paradise where you can explore and enjoy all your hedonistic desires. A place that feels like a second home, complete with a friendly and helpful staff. Okay, so you go down. They got good meals. That's good. Now, keep in mind, when I was looking this up, doing the research, I was in a...
What do you mean helpful? They mean helpful in the sense of how every other hotel is helpful. They're not just being like, oh, I don't know how to stick your wrist, like, I don't know how do you get wrist deep in my ass. It's like, well, call the front desk.
We'll call the front desk. That's what they do. Have you been fucking too much and your Johnson won't get hard at all? Call the front desk. We'll come help jam it in. Her
Hilton
or him.
doesn't love that.
Marriott can never. That's why these fuck niggas got no market share on the island.
Can you make my cock hard? It's like, sir, we don't even have housekeeping.
Dude, I'll send you these pictures to put them up because they're pretty funny. So right after it goes to food, it goes right down into the hottest couple I've ever seen. For those of you listening, they're in a jacuzzi that has a floating pool table on it. This lady's bending down with, the biggest Iraqis I've ever seen in my life. And there's a hot guy behind her with his hand on her waist. They have a jacuzzi pool table. That's all you need to know. It says hedonism is the world's most iconic adult playground. It's a place where people from all over the world come to live out their fantasies. It's a centrally charged environment where whether you want to slow down for some R&R at the spa, seems like a weird place to go to get non-alcoholic beer. If you ask me, you're gonna go all the way over there and not do anything?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hedonistic.
Are you looking up hedonism on here?
We just heard the softest whoa from the sound booth.
Now imagine...
Like you just found a map from the Goonies.
Yeah, dude. They have a... well, here, I'll get to that. Yeah, exactly. This is what I pulled up. It's nuts. Just... By the way, there's no chance that's what's hanging out there. You think hot Latinas just go hang out?
Wait, Sugar Daddy Days, May 17th to 21st. Indulge in an unforgettable experience for age gap couples. Ew. So you go in there just being like, honey, what are you doing the 17th to the 21st? Me and a bunch of my pudgy weirdo friends are going to meet up, and all you gals can talk about why you got into this and how much money they're going to get once you die.
I would imagine this looks just like a Scottsdale town hall meeting, where it's just, you could play the game daughter or
Wait,
daughter
let's read
or
the
sugar
event
baby.
Highlights. Calling all... Wait, let me read this as a...
Do it.
Calling all sugar daddies, mamas, and babies. It is time to treat yourselves to an upscale, sugar-coated escape like no other.
Ew.
Sugar Daddy Days is designed for... I don't feel like that's grammatically correct.
Sugar Daddy Days is
are designed, is how it should be, for those who know the value of luxury, connection, and a little extra sweetness in
and
it.
how to shut the hell up.
From indulgent private events to flirty, fun-filled activities, these exclusive events promise an unforgettable experience for age-gap couples looking to mix pleasure with elegance. I was about to say intelligence, but they got that missing. Whether you're here to spoil or be spoiled, this decadent event is packed with curated premium experiences that will keep the sugar flowing and the vibes sizzling. We're making prison napalm with how much sugar is going on. Do you know what prison napalm is?
Isn't that
It's where you boil oil and put sugar packets in it to basically make like a sticky thing that stays hot forever, and then you go and throw it in a guy's face.
What am I thinking of? The stuff that you huff. It's like shit. It's like fermented shit in a bad... Yeah, of course you're trashy ass.
Yeah, that's jankum.
Oh, that's jankum, my good man.
Prepare to be pampered or be pampered. And get ready for the luxurious getaway that will leave you craving more.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Sugar
more.
Daddy meet and greet, luxury cruise, exclusive dinner party, luxury workshop, speed dating with a twist. This place has
The twist is they're 35 years older than you.
The twist is everyone has stretch marks, male, female, or otherwise. Everyone had a better life
Due to him dying of old age or not being in your life, fathers are not prevalent.
Yeah, no, please don't do that. Don't bring your weird father full household down. Damn, I can't talk. Damn, she's thick. I was looking at this in a public place trying to do research, and there's just ass. Go to the so you can see what I'm looking at. Look at like what.
Let's look at accommodations. Are they wheelchair accessible?
Well, no, apparently they have single days too. So let me read you the controversies. Public nudity is illegal in Jamaica, but the laws are not enforced and may not apply inside of a private resort, which is why this place is kind of cool because ain't no laws when you're
in a fucking Jamaican, like a Jamaican security guard. Whoop whoop. Just put in just a guy with his dick out. Like what?
No, there's like public fucking is encouraged. Yeah, public fucking. I was on Reddit reading people's like experiences. People be like, we were just in the hot tub hanging out, and then I look over and Brad and Cindy start fucking. Brad and Cindy are not married. Brad and Cindy just looked over and they're like, we doing this now? They're like, we're doing this now. And both of their spouses are just like there. It's I don't know if it's weirdo or like kind of sweet. I'm really undetermined on it.
That's weirdo.
You think?
Yeah, because you'd be like, no, that's kind of sweet. Now it's time to get mine. And then you go to the chick and you're like, hey, what up? She's like, ew, no. And you're like, man, that's not how this works.
I think me and you would have different
My wife is getting railed right now. I need you to kind of look at me in the way she's making noises that I've never heard, dude.
I think me and you would have different experiences of hedonism too.
Yeah, you're looking at all the guys. Boom chakalaka. Kablow. Chick, kablow.
We would go to hedonism too for like a 3-day, like me and Tristan and our wives go. And I'd check in like day 3. I'd be like, bro, how is it for you? And you'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is for me. You'd be like, how is it for you? I'd be like, dude, I
didn't make it past the lobby.
Beating these bitches off with the stick.
But yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, the fact that I would just make shit up.
Like what?
Just being like, I'm a crypto millionaire.
That would explain why you were there immediately. If you were like, yeah, you heard Bitcoin invented.
Yeah, Jonathan Coin. Nice to meet you.
My father's Bitcoin. My name's Mark Coin. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I go by Mark.
His actually full name Bartholomew Coin.
Yeah. No, but let me read you this because this is where some of the stuff. So
let me tell you something.
So the first controversy, a nude wedding of 8 couples in 2001 at Hedonism III. There's also a bunch of reasons why Hedonism 3 really never got off the ground.
Yeah, an octuple naked wedding. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rooms are kind of affordable. They're like.
How'd you all agree on a cake?
You just get Neapolitan, little something for everyone. That's kind of the point of hedonism.
Yeah, what if someone's just like, well, I kind of want to do like an Art Deco 50s theme, and I'm like, that's gauche.
That is heat. If you want
to, tacky. It's disgusting. I was thinking more of a mid-century modern type thing. And Paul, he's a fucking racist. He wants a Paula Deen wedding, or like a plantation style. That's not cool. All the help are Jamaican.
See, you're already missing the point of hedonism too. You're already putting down way too many rules and bylaws. We don't speak bylaws. I got puka shells on and someone else's lady on my land.
Yeah. Well, the bylaws are different. The law is be by or else.
Yeah. Or it's be by or it's punishable by law. Yeah, so they had that octuple fucking fuckfest in a hot tub, which caused protests by government tourist office and radio talk show hosts who called the event.
All right, so you really dropped off. You really dropped off in importance.
To be fair, that's how America is.
By the local government, news reporters, fucking shock jocks, and my dog all disagreed with what was going on.
That is exactly how it is here. It's like President Trump said something controversial. Let me see what Theo Vaughn has to say about it.
I think Theo Vaughn is slightly higher up than just being like Mark and Kelly in the morning.
Well, they're behind. Obviously, Jim and the Bulldog need to comment as well.
Yeah, if you can't curse because you're on terrestrial radio.
And these gosh dang heathens.
They were effing and essing each other. I mean, this is just vile.
A real rubbing tug. Oh, woo. They're playing
remember
drums.
the phrase that pays today is butt plug. If you hear that, you and your kids get 3 tickets to the Daytona 500.
Yeah, ironically, the only thing that gets us listeners is we are giving away a 3-day, 2-night pass to Hedonism 2.
The only issue is I get one of the tickets.
It actually plays into the hedonism.
Yeah.
So this is fun. This is where I told you that Issa guy is kind of a gangster. So they said it was improper and offensive, Bob and Bill Chuck in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
In February 2023, 29 couples were involved in another round of nude weddings at Hedonism 3. This is like a destination.
Wow. What is so appealing of a nude wedding?
You're not even getting married at the main hedonism. You're at like the other hedonism where they train the cooks and shit.
California Adventure?
You can't even make it into the park?
Yeah.
Super Club's owner, which is funny that he goes by Super Clubs and not owner of Hedonism 2. Super Club's owner, John Issa, said he was not aware of any of this craziness going on.
Neck deep in pussy.
Yeah, sure. And Hugh Hefner didn't see one titty inside the penthouse. All right. Issa also said that he is, quote, not...
You sound like Jar Jar Binks.
What? Issa also said...
Issa said, he don't need something, so no go.
Misa know nothing. Horse fucking hot tub. Me know nothing. You just see R2 in a hot tub like, what?
By gosh, R2, so much wet pussy around here. Jeez Louise.
That's hilarious. These are the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
So Issa said, and I quote, he's not running a whorehouse, and that to his knowledge, whores are not working.
I haven't done any private vetting, but to my knowledge,
I asked around a couple of the guys.
no horse.
Zero horse.
Zero horse.
Absolutely no harlots in here. In Hedonism's hotels. It's a sued two employees of Unique Vacations in Miami, Florida over emails sent in 07 and 08, which he said contained defamatory statements.
Yeah.
So hoes that definitely worked at Hedonism that went back to working at Live in Miami were like, oh my God, do you know what's going on down there at Hedonism?
His head of PR, Mr. Jin, aka Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn's down there talking ish.
Yeah.
So defamatory statements and activities at Hedonism Resort and sought damages of an unspecific amount for what he said were false and malicious statements. Issa said he feels satisfied with Hedonism's image of decadence and debauchery. Which definitely seems
decadence and debauchery.
That is, you have to, you know how absurdly rich you have to be, because someone on his team has to be like, I don't think we can legally put debauchery inside of the mission statement. That's just grounds to get sued out the ass.
Put it.
Let it ride as he's getting sucked off, and put somewhere in the bylaws you can't shave your bush either. Yeah, that's good. Write that down.
Yeah. yeah. Play with yourself while you're writing.
Twist the pen a little bit. Yeah. Call me mommy. Don't tell anyone.
Call me mommy. No, call me daddy. Call me grandpa. Call me daddy. Have you heard that show? They just come like
We're trying to get them down here.
They don't want it.
Yeah, this is what he said, and then I'll kind of wrap it up. When it's he said, when it's good, it's oh so good, and when it's bad, it's even better. And everything you heard is true.
So I'm assuming the CEO of I'm Cool Guy Associated or whatever the fuck, Cool Job, Great Sports.
Oh, you mean Huge Penis Inc.?
Yeah. Is just like, I imagine almost like some Grecian, like laying down on some large couch with his arm up, oiled as palm fawn.
13-year-old chicks.
Yeah, just someone's just feeding him grapes. Just like, hedonism is about debauchery.
It's about having the time that you should be having. He's like itching. He's doing your itch thing.
Yeah, just rubbing Lowry's into his body.
Except they're not grapes he's being fed. It's just a constant stream of blue chew.
Yeah.
He's like, I went soft yesterday at 4. Don't let it happen again.
I have a maiden come by with dreads interwoven with Slim Jim. Then I eat from her hair.
Hymns boy cometh here. He's talking in old English to get hymns, which, by the way, is just a cult. They're just peddling giant pharma. That's a side note. We'll do giant pharma here in another day. But yeah, that's basically the cult leader that's running Hedonism II. It's still open today.
It's bad. It's oh so good.
Ooh, you need to try the 14.
Oh no, she's dead.
It's kind of cool though. As long as it's legal, it's like Hugh Hef. As long as they're consenting.
I mean, like, it's less than Hugh Hef because he just
shut the fuck up. He has an island and 2 resorts. Even
but that being said, he doesn't have like the hedonism girls, like the Roundup team and shit like that.
He doesn't even need that.
That's what I'm saying.
Draw.
I'm saying he's like Hugh Hefner if there was no Playboy bunnies at the house and it was just a pad you could let people fuck at. He runs a fuck Airbnb.
Yeah, you want to go fuck at Hugh's house? He lets us. He's pretty chill about it.
Yeah, can you imagine just being like the guy who's like who has no idea he's just a resort builder going around the back patio, just being like, all right, so we're gonna need some TVs up here because like what else are they gonna be doing in the pool? Just be like, nah, yeah, they got other stuff going on.
What do you think? What do you think of this sounds like literally if you're into that shit or you're a single guy. So I looked it up on the website and it says they highly encourage couples, which means they discourage weird single people from coming around.
But they don't completely exclude them.
They don't. And weirdly enough,
Vacation's all I ever wanted. Vacation's all I get.
I guess there is that. If you are at that point where you're just like not getting ass and you don't want to pay for...
Dude, if you're just a guy who likes to watch, what a pay-per-view.
Would you have a problem watching? Could you watch 2 other people fuck?
As long as I don't know any of them directly.
That's why I didn't say go to your local Russian bathhouse. I said go to Hedonism.
Well, those are good guys.
Those are great guys.
Well, those are good guys.
Yakov, bro, he knows exactly where to
You're not doing it the way Sven likes it.
Sven. How much do you think for this paradise on Earth it costs per room per night to start?
I'd say like at least because you got to think about airfare, which I bet is like $150, $200 to get down to Jamaica. It's not that long of a flight. I'd say probably like 200. $250 a night.
That's what you think Paradise on Earth costs? Fuck, nigga? That's great.
What do you mean? You can do the same thing at a motel in Nebraska.
No. Well, yeah.
All he's doing is let you fuck at the pool. If you're a little sleight of hand, you can do that in Milwaukee.
He's like, literally, someone's having the same experience at a Winn-Dixie in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, right?
Yeah, you're not 35 minutes from a Buc-ee's, so why don't you jam it and really consider what you're talking about?
Well, you really lowballed my argument because
because
night,
I don't know how much good pussy lasts after eating jerk pork for 3 days, but there's gonna be some smells coming out.
Everyone's just eating fucking jerk chicken and garlic pork and fucking in the hot tubs at a place that's already 80 degrees and mostly humidity outside.
Jeez.
It's black people and humidity outside. That's
the
only
place
thing
on
that's
Earth
in
outside of
Jamaica.
India that I think smells like India.
Yeah, starting room prices. It's fine. Starting room prices $365.
What?
It's a standard Marriott.
That's
It's
crazy.
It's not even the highest level of Hilton. You would think it'd be like Four Seasons prices, seeing as you can have your cock out and
No,
all.
fucking the cock-starved weirdos aren't going to be dropping more than $4
You would think. I was thinking a rack. When I was looking it up, I go, a rack, easily, a night. To be able to just walk up to 7 people already fucking and tag in like you're
I don't think it really goes off
like you're the
that,
Hardy
does it?
Boys. That's fucking yeah. I was reading. I should have left the fucking
The Reddit stories up.
yeah. How someone goes, how crowded was it? How was the quality of people you met in general? Old, young, creepy, cool, fat, hot. Was it couples or was it singles allowed? And someone goes, it was not very crowded.
The CEO answers, everything and all of it.
Everything is tremendous.
Everything and all of it, it's dripped in honey.
But it's a good honey that gets your cock where it needs to be.
Yeah. Does
You
that
seen
horny
that?
honey work?
Honey packs?
Yeah, do those work? What is it filled with?
Fucking hopes and dreams. If you're taking honey to get hard, it's already over for
Yeah,
you.
it's bad.
It's- babe, hold on. I promise. Just let me flick it and eat this honey like Pooh Bear real quick.
I put it into my chamomile before I go to bed.
That's so crazy. Someone said it was not very crowded. Enough people that it was a good selection. That's a weird way to put that. Was it- the picking was indubitable.
I'll take the Venezuelan prime rib over there.
Do we have any Ecuadorian remarried broads? It's like
I'm trying to think.
ew.
Who is it? Dionysus, who's the Greek god of
Chaos?
wine?
What?
Is it Dionysus? I'm trying to think.
Is that what they named the KY jelly after?
Probably.
Not that I would.
Yeah. Oh, what is it? Dionysus? Oh, dude, I fucking
A
rule.
central figure in Greek mythology, revered as the god of wine, revelry, and fertility. This is basically minus the fertility because that kind of shuts down the hedonism part. But
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's just literally like if Dionysus sitting there, Greek gods are real, would be like, ah!
Well, I also looked up. I was trying to look up STD horror stories from this because, radio silence. Radio silence.
I bet you gotta like kind of, if you go in there, you get yourself checked out, and they're like, "Let me see your script," and then you guys like compare and contrast.
That's the cutest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, I like to think so.
You think people that
being said, if you flew for 4 hours just to fuck someone who's not your wife, I don't think you'd care.
You think niggas are getting on a fucking Spirit Airlines flight, which is what they're flying, by the way, to get down to fucking hedonism too?
Yeah.
And being like, by the way, can I see everyone's card, please? I need to make sure that we're clean.
The only
here.
thing you haven't sucked and fucked are the shampoo bottles.
Nah, dog, it's gene rules over there. You pick it up, and as long as it doesn't smell too bad, it's fine.
Yeah, they fit.
You go,
Someone shit these. And it wasn't me.
Oh, side note, went to take a shit in the courthouse bathroom today. Someone completely just diarrheaed on the top of the toilet seat, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, they just lost their kids. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That is the last stick it to the man that you possibly can do.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. You know how when you get so stressed, you almost want to throw up?
You're just sitting there, you're just being like, yep, it's going to be $1,400 a month in alimony, and you make $2,000. So, yeah, just being like, oh, I'm going to paint the fucking toilet as soon as I get out of here.
I'm about to shit up my back like a baby.
It
dude.
looks like
That's
I blew up my brains in this fucking bathroom. It looks like my brain, oh, you think I'm shit for brains? Well, I just blew it out all over the bathroom.
Oh, I go, that's the old house kids alimony combo right there. That's the only way that's coming out. You see that color? You see the discoloration?
Yeah.
I almost took a picture, but I couldn't bear it. I literally walked in, and as a man who's a real shitter who puts out some divorced dad shits himself, I walked in and go, oh, Mike. And had the shit in the small toilet right
But you had to respect the game.
Of the wife who took all his shit.
No, I'd say you got to respect the game of the pooper, dude.
I just wanted to know, like, how? How do you get to the point where you just blow out? Anyway.
You're trying your best, man.
Anyway, yeah, that's about all I got in hedonism. I mean, we could riff on that forever. I'd have no interest in going to that, but I would like to send, that'd be a fun Patreon goal. We get to some point where we get enough cash, we send someone to Hedonism 2.
Andrew?
I was going to say kind of like that Mexican guy that works for Jimmy Kimmel, and then me and you were on the same wavelength as always.
Yeah, Andrew.
We have our own Guillermo.
Yeah, we have our own Guillermo. Would you like to go bananas? He's got a little banana filled with tequila.
We buy Andrew a bedazzled Speedo, and we're like, look, man, you're doing important recon, all right?
He just goes there. None of these people are Jennifer Lawrence. What's going on, guys?
They all look like me, man.
Yeah. All right, my story.
What do you got?
My story begins in 1957 with a real estate businessman named Angus G. Wynn.
We went opposite routes. You have a guy named Angus?
Angus G. Wynn.
Did he like it up the butt? Just take
No.
a shot in the dark.
So Angus G. Wynn and other investors created the Great Southwest Corporation, which in 1960 began building its first ever theme park in Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
Between Dallas and Fort Worth. They named it Six Flags Over Texas.
That's where it started?
Yeah, in Texas. And
this is the origin of Six Flags?
The semi-story of Six Flags.
Wait, why not the full story of Six Flags?
Because it's still developing as we speak.
What the fuck happened?
All right, so there's I'll get to it. So Six Flags Over Texas, a reference to the six nations that have governed Texas: Spain, France, Mexico, Republic of Texas, and the United States of America, and the Confederate States of America.
What?
Yes.
That's not what I thought that was at all.
Yeah, no. So you think they were just like, all right, 4 flags over Texas. They're like, no, it's not enough flags.
Well, no, because I thought it was like Six Flags Magic Mountain, man. Like, that was the vibe I was
What
getting.
do the flags have anything to do with the mountain?
I don't know. I thought it was a good name.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't care why the Beatles are called the Beatles.
Never asked a question why they weren't the Crickets. Just kind of listen to the Yellow School Bus.
John Lennon's allergic to like certain beetles that were found in like gardening places. But,
Do you know how you find that? Conquering Africa. That's the only way you find that out as an English bro.
and
You're
also,
like,
fun fact, I'm lying. So
you made me do the Conquering Africa joke for shit.
yeah. Over a beetle lie. So Six Flags Over Texas initially featured a Native American village, a gondola ride, a railroad, and some Wild West shows, a stagecoach ride, and Skull Island, a pirate-themed adventure attraction.
When did Epcot drop? Because they just copied it.
No. We got so much more at Epcot. Don't you ever talk shit about Epcot.
First of all, don't say we like you have steak in the mouse, asshat.
Emotionally, I do. Emotionally, I do, unfortunately. There was also La Salle's River Adventure, inspired by the late 1600s La Salle expeditions that carried the customers on a French riverboat throughout the wilderness of animated puppets.
So they didn't start out as a let's put your fucking nutsack in your throat amusement park. It was like a fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind
I
of.
would have went to that.
Yeah, so over the years, all of those attractions, except the railroad, were replaced by others, aka the nuts in your throat roller coasters, such as roller coasters, swing rides, log flumes, and shoot the chute rides.
What is that?
I think it's where you go, where you like on the outside of a tower, and then it's like the Superman ride where you go like, ah!
Fuck that.
Shipwood. You never did one of those?
That's just the big drop where you like go all the way up.
No,
and you
it's
just
like
free fall.
No, you go up and then it goes shoom and like pulls you up to the top really fast.
Are you seatbelted in? Is it one of those like zero G things?
Yes. Oh, is this a chute? Never mind, I'm wrong. Oh, so this is kind of like what they have one of these at Coney Island.
Yeah, this is like one of those water boat slide thingies. They have one of these at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fun.
These are fun. I'll fuck with these.
They had the Jurassic Park ride at Disney at Universal Studios is like that.
Combines everything I hate, water and fear, all at the same time. You're taken out 7 different ways from Sunday on that thing.
Yeah. So in 1964, Angus Wynn's uncle Toddy Lee Wayne announced he could sell his stake in the Great Southwest Corporation at the sale valued around $6 million, which in 1964 is a chunk of fucking change.
That's a grip.
Yeah, the Pennsylvania Railroad purchased 500,000 shares, of the company, a controlling interest, as part of its effort to diversify its revenue. The railroad emerged with New York Central Railroad to form Penn Central in 1968.
So these people made Penn Station too?
Yep, and went bankrupt 2 years later.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to open a Hedonism 3 too quick.
Yeah, still, it bankrolled geographic expansion and the additions for its Six Flags parks. The company opened Six Flags over Georgia in 1967 and Six Flags over Mid-America in 1971.
So wait, the Magic Mountain's one of the later ones?
Yeah.
I thought that was like an OG.
Yeah, so Magic Mountains was in 1977 in Valencia, California, but that was like Astro World in Houston, Texas was 1975, Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey.
So I thought there were 4. I never knew any of this. My dad was a big roller coaster.
There is so many Six Flags.
Well, they got
fucking crazy.
They're like global at this point, right?
Yeah. So
States flags, no restrictions to that place.
Yeah, for real. In 1982, Penn Central, which had sold its railroad assets to Conrail and now consisted largely of its diversified sub-firms, sold the company to Bally Manufacturing. In 1984, Six Flags bought the Great America theme park in Gurnee, Illinois, from the Marriott hotel chain.
Why are all these places in like fucking middle of nowhere?
I don't know. They just got, it's fucking, where else are you going to build a fucking 5-acre roller coaster
Well,
park?
at first I was going to say you have to build it in a place where it's like middle of the country folk. You know, people that like when they take a bite of a sandwich, they squirt like a little dollop of mayonnaise on it at the same time.
Yeah.
Those people love a turkey leg at a fucking amusement park.
Oh, yeah.
But you couldn't put one, like if they put one in New York, these fucking socialites are going to be like, so you want me to get...
Where, in Central Park?
You build them like they do in Vegas. You ever been to Vegas? They build them into the buildings. Like the hotels have...
No, let me tell you. I've been on the roller coaster in New
Sahara
York. The roller coaster at New York, New York.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, because the fucking top is like this.
No, because the thing is, you go in and you're like, all right, I'm in a roller coaster bay. And then you go out of the hotel, you're like...
on the side.
I'm already 3 floors up.
Yeah, you're on the side like you're fucking flying the Green Goblin's glider.
You're
You're just like, this is crazy.
You're like, I'm already 3 floors up, and then you're like, oh, good, it gets higher than the hotel.
Yeah.
And then you fight, dude, it's the most aggressive. They have not, like, put buffers or, like, any new, like, head protection, so you're just like,
Nah, they still got old New York posters and shit. They got, like, Derek Jeter paintings and shit. You ever been to, you do the Stratosphere?
No, is that the one at the very top where you go down?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Fuck that. It's crap. Done it. I did it at a football tournament once.
Oh, really?
Absolutely insane. No reason for it at all.
Yeah. So, with the buying of Great America Theme Park in Gurnee, Illinois, the deal also included the rights to use Warner Brothers Looney Tunes animated characters in their Six Flags properties. So that's why whenever you see Six Flags, it's always got like a Bugs Bunny, Tweety Bird.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know they had brand deals with them.
Yeah, they also got the rights to some of the Warner Brothers DC stuff.
You know the saddest brand deal in a really shitty amusement park?
What?
The Mall of America. I think they have the same thing in the Jersey one. They have
I think
a deal
they have
with
Nickelodeon, right?
But they don't update them. It's like a faded Dora and Go Diego Go roller coaster from 15 years ago. And you're just like, is this safe? You're like, I think she's been deported since this ride got built.
Yeah, she's in a jail in El Salvador.
And she's from Mexico.
Yeah. So they've built many a place. But let me tell you something. They are not the safest ever in the entire world.
I was kind of going to say, you don't hear about people dying on roller coasters because I think we figured it out now, but they had to have.
Oh, no, people die a shocking amount at specifically Six Flags properties.
Like still?
Yes.
See, this is why I don't go to this shit.
So, basically, how many people have died at Six Flags theme parks?
Ever?
Yeah, I have a number. I want you to guess.
How long have they been open? Since the
67.
2.
2?
See how fun it is when I lowball you? You fucking... No, it's obviously 710.
All right, so that's way too high, 99.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, that's not bad.
What a dickhead. You said 2, and then you said 700.
It's somewhere in there. Final answer.
It's insane.
Maybe there's a Korean tourist group in town and they got big numbers at once.
Yeah, just wiped out.
But they weren't on the ride. They were watching it on their phones and walked right past the barrier that said, don't do that here.
They wiped out a whole school. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, to date, there have been 99 deaths at amusement parks that were or are currently managed by the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation.
That's not bad numbers. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. It's not.
Because you got to think about how many people ride the rides a day over the years per park. That's like a 2% That's like a less than 1% probably. That's less than 1%
The thing is,
chance of dying.
it's different than most theme parks because I feel like other theme parks, like Disney, for instance, they've had deaths there, but it's more likely like a heart attack or something like from an older like.
Because you got by one of the guys that's in there by himself.
No, yeah, no, you're like you have a heart attack or something, and it's like of your own volition you die, you choke to death or something.
You're so bought into the fucking brand.
No,
you think that's the only reason people die?
No,
dude, this Homer, you
too much whimsy. I OD'd on whimsy.
They had such a good time in Toontown, they literally could not exist. They ceased existing.
People fall and shit like that, but it's like older people. A lot of older people die at this.
400-pound people in flip-flops whose legs are as red as the fucking sun.
They're dying outside of Disney. But the thing is, it's different because, like, while the people are just like, I choked to death, you get, like, stabbed in front of the snow cone.
Well,
like,
I was going to say.
At Six Flags, they're like, you were shot by the police out in front.
This is a very local reference. Those of you in Arizona don't get it. Is it a castles and coasters demographic?
Correct.
Good. So unsupervised young black youths.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I'll get to the opening of Georgia in 2024 or 23. Actually, no, we'll cover that right now.
Damn, can't have nothing nice. Theme park grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, Six Flags over Georgia County. Cobb County leaders address safety concerns over a 600 to 700 person brawl that happened.
In other news, Six Flags bans shiesties, Jordans, and puffer jackets.
Yeah.
More temp.
Yeah, no. So they had to make like a human chain and walk everybody out of the park because people were running full speed fighting each other. and then a guy got into a shootout with the cops out front, and he was 15. A 15-year-old kid shot at the cops and was critically injured.
To be fair, that is one of two demographics who usually shoot at the cops. It's either the 15-year-old trying to be fun and young.
Fun fact, he was a valedictorian and a debate leader at his school.
Well, he must have really wanted to ride the Superman.
Do you think I'm telling the truth?
No, stop doing that. I'm not the movie.
Yeah. The 15-year-old with the gun was a debate leader and valedictorian?
I'm gullible. I've spent my mental
I just have to
energy.
keep myself strapped. I have lacrosse practice tomorrow.
Yeah, just all I have to do is not shoot this guy, and I'm off to Dartmouth. No.
Yeah. Harvard's calling my name, ringing the bell. No, so in some cases, fatal accidents may have occurred while the park in question was under different ownership or management. For example,
shit's so ghetto.
A fatal accident at Geauga Lake in 1997 predated the park's integration into Six Flags franchise. Likewise, the study includes the 37 deaths that have occurred at the former Cedar Fair venues as the Cedar Fair franchise formally merged with Six Flags on July 1st, 2024. So they're just lumping in all the Cedar Fair deaths, too. So
this is like not a safe place to be at. Are the drinks cheap at least?
I would like to think that the death stats reflect the cheap drink stats.
I was going to say, because if I can die here and a Bud Light's still $13, I'm going to fucking kill someone myself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, tracking fatal accidents by individual Six Parks. To date, Six Flags Great Adventure has had the most fatalities.
Of any of the parks?
Yeah, with 13.
Never heard that up until now, which is crazy. You think that'd be like a phenomenon where they're just like, yeah, niggas die, do it at your own risk. I don't know.
Dude, this is from the Doan Law Firm. And it's just so funny how, like, they just lay it out. They're like, 7 Six Flag properties have had 5 or more recorded deaths. Here are the amusement parks. It's just Six Flags Great Adventure, Kings Island, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Six Flags over Georgia, California's Great America, Six Flags Great America, Six Flags over Texas. And then they have a graph showing the Six Flags parks in, like, how much. It's like 13 wide. None of them have 0.
Do you think that when you get up to heaven, you compare, like, how you died, like, niggas check papers in jail, where some Union soldiers, like, how'd you die? You're like, defending my country. And you're like, how'd you die?
Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Batman ride.
X2.
So, the victim demographic for people who have died, both park employees and visitors have suffered tragic accidents. So imagine you're just working there and you die.
Right.
So, however, we've discovered that park visitors are more than 4 times as likely to suffer a fatal accident than an employee of the contractor. To date, 19 Six Flags employees or contractors suffered fatal harm from music or water parks, compared to 80 visitors.
Not bad numbers. Everything
19
you're telling me is just this is one big Six Flags ad. I thought you were going to come with like a crazy.
Only 34 people have died here.
Tell your mom and dad before signing up for your imminent death of this stupid fucking water park.
Yeah, so deaths by Six Flags. As of the present day, there are 37 Six Flags parks where at least one fatality has occurred. Each fatal incident is recorded below, and I will read those off. So as of California Great America opened in 1976 as one of two properties built by the Marriott Corporation. A 112-acre amusement park, California's Great Adventure features more than 40 rides and attractions.
Okay.
And many morgues. Ownership of the park changed hands multiple times
on
over
campus.
the years.
Is it like a Squid Game thing where like you die and they just ship you downstairs? And
You get turned into a corn dog. So as of July 30th, 2024, there have been 5 reported deaths at California's Great America. The ride, it's so funny. They put the ride, the date, the cause of death, and the situation along with punitive actions. But the way it reads, it just sounds like the name of a
what are punitive actions?
Like how much you got paid for your kid getting killed by a ride. Yeah, you don't get that for free. They don't just give you a souvenir cup and like my kid got annihilated by the Superman ride and all I got was this crappy t-shirt.
I don't know why I thought they just gave you a lifetime fast pass and that would be
Why would you ever go back? Babe,
they give you store credit.
It's Halloween Horror Night. I know the scariest thing that happened there was us losing our Jeremy.
Why
but
would you ever go back?
But the way that they have it listed,
yeah,
makes it seem like it's a convict, whereas it's like ride the Whistler. My son got taken out by the goddamn Whistler.
Yeah, black roller coaster, 307 feet, highly dangerous. Just
Yeah.
like, what?
March 29th, 1980. Sorry, Haley's texting me about. Do you know Hassan and Ethan Klein are debating right now?
Hey, go ahead and wrap this up. We got to do Patreon names.
Yeah. This was March 29th, 1980. Cause of death, collision. So the situation, a 13-year-old boy was killed and 8 other park guests suffered injuries when a pair of trains collided. The park was charged by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission for failing to report a possible defect in the ride's braking system. The defect being the brakes didn't work. 11 other incidents were uncovered between 1976 and 1979, resulting in unknown numbers of additional injuries and a civil penalty action by the U.S. Consumer blah, 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 resulting in a $70,000 payment. You get $70,000, your kid gets killed by the Whistler, and you get the fuck out of here.
That's it?
Yeah.
I should own Georgia. That's fucking,
Yeah.
That's crazy. What?
I at least get like a few things on the menu I can like.
I get a box at the fucking football stadium. That's
Yeah.
crazy. My
So-
kid got capped?
Yeah. By the Whistler. Let's go to the next ride. Loggers Run.
All right.
July
Sounds
July
a little
4th, 1984. Oh, dude, that sucks. 4th of July, you're like, we're going to fucking Six Flags and you get killed by a log flume ride?
Yeah.
So 2 boys initially jumped off the ride, their own fault. One of the children landed safely on the emergency platform, but the other 9-year-old boy fell to his death from the platform.
That bitch bounced.
Yeah. Didn't even say punitive damages. None of they have punitive damages for one.
I'm telling you, they probably got some hush money.
Flight deck in September 7th, 1998. Blunt force trauma. 25-year-old man was struck in the head by the dangling leg of a rider when he went underneath the roller coaster in an attempt to retrieve a lost hat. The Spanish-speaking victim allegedly had issues understanding this is the...
It was Spanish speaking?
Yeah, this
you think
is
they
the...
yelled goal when he kicked him?
Yeah, no, this is the...
Not a fucking eyebrow raise from this asshat. That's crazy. You're seeing this? Go. Fuck you. I won't try anymore.
No, the whole reason why I was very into this is the joke that Daniel Tosh has. Do you remember the joke about him, like the guy breaking his leg?
Did he say goal?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
All right.
So yeah, he broke a leg because the guy went to retrieve his phone and got decapitated.
I think I have heard this joke.
Yeah. Drop Tower, August 22nd, 1999. A 12-year-old boy suffered fatal injuries in a fall from the drop tower. The victim family alleged the rider's soldier harness failed to lock properly, and investigation was carried out, but the results were inconclusive. No charges were filed. You just got a dead son.
You read that like a sports reporter who has to do like the actual news because the main person's sick. It's just like he punted him all the way through the back of the over here, more 10. Hey, back to you.
Next, coming down to the O-line, Breakers Bay, July 12, 2007. A 4-year-old boy drowned in 2 feet of water. Get up, stupid. Lifeguards and first responders attempt to render aid to the victim, but was pronounced DEAD at the nearby hospital.
Yeah.
Let's move to Canada's Wonderland.
Get up, stupid.
Yeah. So, Victoria Falls, 1988, drowning. An 18-year-old diver drowned beneath the waterfall at Victoria Falls. After swimming for several minutes, the victim went underneath the waterfall in an attempt to retrieve a frisbee. The victim's brother attempted to assist.
How's a Jewish guy got to do with it?
A frisbee? Oh, I get it. So the victim's brother attempted to assist him, but was pulled underneath the water repeatedly.
All right.
Resuscitations. I thought that said resurrections. Resuscitation attempts were unsuccessful. The incident was later found to be caused by a whirlpool effect generated by the waterfall. This sucks. In Canada. Damn, people getting at it at Canada. All right, so outside the park entrance, that was the ride. A guy got shot.
Oh, just...
Yeah. Oh, my birthday in 2003, May 11th. Look at that. Happy birthday to me. I was 5. So 2 guests were involved in
it. It was finished.
Oh, my God, they're involved in an altercation allegedly over $10 in Mary Jane.
Well, first of all, it'd be 15 toonies and a little bit of wacky.
Yeah. So the argument led to a fatal shooting of one person. Metal detectors and additional security measures, such as bag checks, were added to the park following this incident. And I know, right?
I bet you today they have a clear bag policy, metal detectors, limited chocolates, for sure.
It's Canada.
Oh, I was talking company wide.
Oh, yeah. No, so parking lot, good ride. It's just some guy got stabbed in the parking lot.
Oh, I thought it was called parking lot. Okay.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like a really like.
That shouldn't count. If you get killed outside of the gate.
Yeah.
First of all, it doesn't count in Disney. Did you know if you die with inside the Disney park, they don't report it like that? They move you off premises, and they're like, turns out coincidentally, this nigga just had a heart attack kissing me.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know, man. Nigga, he saw Donald Duck. I don't know.
Yeah, he saw Donald Duck and then saw Jesus. So the baby Jesus. All right, so we're gonna move to Carowinds, which is Carowinds was designed to bring out the history of the Carolinas to life. So this is Carolina. What's it called? Whatever the fuck harbor. So Carolina Harbor, June 7th, 1987. There was a shooting. 2 people inside Carolina Harbor were shot with an unregistered machine gun.
You're gonna register? You can't register a machine gun.
Yeah, so a 6-year-old girl was shot in the abdomen, but I mean, you can't register.
What are you gonna do? Just be like, I got a fully automatic M16. What do I do with this, officer?
Keep it to yourself. Bring it out at parties.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, so a 6-year-old was shot in the abdomen, but survived after receiving medical care. The second victim, a 16-year-old girl, was fatally shot while playing in the wave pool.
Damn. High tide.
That's also got as soon as there's blood in the water, I'd be like, shark! Be like, this is a wave pool, idiot.
He made me see high tide.
Yeah, I finally got to see high tide. Mom. All right, so Whitewater Falls, September 16th, 1987. Suffocation. 49-year-old construction worker was killed while doing construction on the new water slide as the man was working a sewage pipe collapse off of its support, trapping the victim underneath 2 feet of dirt in a 10-foot trench for nearly 25 minutes.
Okay, and he suffocated?
He suffocated and died.
It's Final Destination death. Respectable.
Yeah. And also Carolina Harbor, there's another drowning. An 11-year-old boy drowned in 1989. Lifeguards unsuccessfully attempted to resuscitate him, found dead at Charlotte Memorial Hospital. Blah, blah, blah. Cedar Point, we got a good one there. Guess what took him out? The Raptor.
What the fuck's the Raptor?
It's a ride.
Oh, I don't know, man. I thought you were doing a thing again. I'm so dead on the inside.
August 13th, 2015. Blunt force trauma-rama. A 45-year-old man went into the ride's restricted area in an attempt to retrieve a dropped cell phone and was fatally struck in the back of the head by a roller coaster while underneath the attraction. Park emergency crews attempted to render medical aid, but the victim was declared dead on the scene. I mean, like, how much of just, like, brain pudding on the floor do you need to see before you're like, yeah,
Clearly not enough, because when's the last time someone died? And then we'll get to the Patreon names.
Oh, we got one more? All right.
When was the latest reported death?
Actually, the latest reported death...
Probably currently, I would imagine.
The latest reported death is actually, and sadly, within the Six Flags family, as they have announced the plan to close Six Flags America in Hurricane Harbor after the 2025 season.
It's like all of Six Flags is done?
All just the two Hurricane Harbor and Six Flags America, those two parks are no longer going to be open after 2025. Maybe because the 2024 Georgia rollout didn't go great.
Oh, so people died in 2024?
No, that's when the kid got shot.
Okay. I don't know why you differentiated that. I just asked you if someone died. You're like,
well,
yeah,
he didn't get died. He didn't.
That's the kid who got popped in the ass?
Yeah. No, more like almost fatally injured, like critically injured, but popped in the ass is fun. So
I mean, people get shot every day. What
people get shot in these streets every day, bro. They get shot every day.
All right. Well, that was
just life at Six Flags, man. People die in these streets.
Trying to have a good time. You $20 churro, you know, man. Enjoy
caramel cold with the honey, and then suddenly you're killed by the Batman ride.
Enjoy my life. You know, I'm trying to wait 3 hours per ride. That's what I'm trying to do. Disgusting.
Some guy's got an unregistered machine gun over here.
And crazy enough, some guy's got a registered machine gun. All right, so that was Six Flags and Hedonism II. Look, as always, when you join the Patreon, we encourage you to change your name. Make it something funny. Make it something fun. We read them out on air, and we also give patrons first crack at suggestions for future episodes. Now, Tristan, I need you to read this first name because it's very important.
All right. Tristan says, Mara. Right, he's better. So let's hope I didn't fuck that up and lose all respect.
And if he's wrong, change your fucking name.
No, Mara's a good woman.
No, she's very nice. She's literally the only active woman we have that ever says anything.
Shout out to Amber. She upgraded to the $10 level, didn't she?
No, that was Mara.
Well, I like Amber regardless.
We got Schwatcher Cruise. Come on, dog. Give the definition next to it. There's enough room. Schwatcher Krujman the Mushi Jungi. Probably called myself a monkey and didn't even know it. Amber Oakley, Scott Hill, Pepe LaFumes. We got that other Remember the Titans thing. We also just dropped the Paddington Watch Along, the first part of it on Patreon. Check it out. The movie's growing on me. Tristan likes it. AQ, Cobatero, Luca McGee, Valerie Oriana. I Might Be Drunk. That's funny.
Yeah. Is that Luca?
No, it's some other person. I Might Be Drunk's pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Femboy Pussy Go Blap Blap. Tristan Ice Ein Schweitzel. Antonio Ramos. Carl, I fumbled the bag badly this time. Goldthorpe. I mean, the kid camper. What do you want to throw a no every game?
I don't know. When is he going to get a win?
And to wrap it up, this is pretty fun. You'll appreciate this.
I posted my June 20th thing, me going back to Arizona, and he's excited to show me his lupus.
Yep. Someone commented on the last video that we should do the origin of Carl Goldthorpe's lupus specifically.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not mad at that. And then to end it off, you'll appreciate this. This is from Trevin. Crushing marmalade sandwiches with Patty.
Oh, that rules.
Join the Patreon. We're watching Marmalade. Tell a friend about the cast. See you guys next week.